Okay, yeah, this is definitely going to be a little new territory over here at the channel. We're doing something a little different here today, stepping off into that and more side of things that you see in the intro. We're going to go ahead and do our first ranking video. We're going to be talking about one half of James Gunn's official DCU slate that was announced January 31st of 2023. We're going to be talking about the small side, the small screen side of things, the silver screen, if you will. We're going to be talking about all the shows that were announced for the first chapter, DCU Gods and Monsters. And we're going to be ranking those in anticipation from, most excited to least excited, or least excited to most excited. So with that being said, we got to go ahead and get our introduction. You already know what's going on if you are returning to the channel. It is your boy, Chuck, who loves coming to you off leg cuff with all the comic book stuff. Today, let's go ahead and get into this ranking. If you're new and want to see more, videos like this and interesting topics or news, go ahead and subscribe and check in with your boy. We always coming to you again off the cuff. Today, we got a little ranking. And we're talking about the DCU TV slate. We're going to go ahead and rank these projects, and I'm going to put it to you how I feel it is. Because, again, at the end of the day, it is OTC Productions, and I am your boy, Chuck. So you're going to get my opinion. And go ahead and cracking off the list at the top, because we have multiple projects announced for the first chapter. A total of 7 projects that have been announced. Whether these are continuations of previous series like Peacemaker Season 2 or that animated Blue Beetle series, or completely original content, like Creature Commandos, for example, or Paradise Lost. We're going to go ahead and rank these in anticipation. So let's go ahead and get into it. Kicking off the list here today as the most least anticipated show or series to debut for the DCU, in my opinion. It's crazy because this one's right around the corner. A little bit of promotion for you boys. Creature Commandos. Yes, I am placing them at the bottom of the list. And who would have thunk a team of ragtag monsters would have placed last when it comes to excitement for me? Now, I'm not sure why this was a project that was brought to the public, because no one asked for it, literally. This is something that no one has asked for. No one wanted it. This was something that James Gunn had sitting around. I guess he had a script sitting around, and, he decided to go ahead and approve it. Now, again, since basically he is the head of the studio, he pretty much gets see-through on all the creative projects that's coming through there. So there's nobody really checking him, especially on the TV side of things, where you can let a little more things lax and let more things slip through. Especially when it comes to the Warner Brothers executives, I don't think they're going to be breathing down your neck over some TV series. So, of course, you get something like Creature Commandos greenlit. Now, again, this is a video expressing my opinion on the anticipation for these series. But when I say this, brother, I tell you, I feel as I am speaking for the masses. I feel like Paul Atreides in that scene where he declared himself, brother, we do not give a damn about that team.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you. We don't care. And we mean that from our heart. We don't know what you're doing with this, wasting people's time. If you wanted to do something, maybe a little off track, bring an oddball character to light, why didn't you give somebody like, Static Shock a show? Why didn't you do something like The Question? That people would like to see something like that, but what do? We get Creature Commandos. We don't give a damn about Frankenstein, Frankenstein's Bride. We don't give a fuck about Dr. Phosphorus. And we damn sure don't care about the Weasel. The nepotism over there is crazy, boy. It just blows my mind. Nobody wants to see the Weasel. Apparently, except for James Gunn. Again, this show, for me, in anticipation, it belongs right where it earned this place here very well. Again, number 7. Out of the 7 projects we know that's coming, This is dead last. I do not really care to see this. I can't picture a world where we get creature commandos teaming up with Batman and Superman for fucking what? What is the reason? Who are they fighting? You think I want to see Superman running around with Dr. Fox?
Absolutely fucking not.
Okay. The ball's in your court, James. Whatever. Moving on to my second least anticipated series and or project of Chapter 1, Gods and Monsters. Miss Waller, baby, I give you your flowers. But look, I think, and again, this is my opinion. This is a video in my opinion. Starting off the DCU, I don't feel like this lady really needs to be in the forefront like that, especially not getting her own series. We're talking about Amanda Waller, brother. She's cool, but she ain't that cool. She's cool, but she is not that cool. She's cool to be a villain in someone else's project. She's cool to appear as an antagonist in someone else's project. But to give her a full-fledged series, blown-out series, you stepping out of bounds there. Because no one asked for that.
Oh, whoa, 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 now. You got too much dip on your chip.
No one asked for this. It's like you throwing stuff to the wall and seeing if it sticks because nobody's excited for this series. I don't want to see it. I really don't care for it. I'm tired of seeing these Suicide S type series. What is she gonna do? Bring the Secret Six together? Oh my God! Wow, she's just changing the world out here. I'm tired of seeing the Suicide Squad mixed and dipped. Give me something else, James Gunn. Quit being a lazy prick. Again, this is earning spot number 6 very deservedly because again, who the hell gives a damn about Amanda Waller and Adebayo? Don't get me started on her daughter Adebayo. Don't get me started. We'll be here all day. I could care less about you, Adebayo, or your wife. Nah, get it out of here. Done. Moving on to slot number 5. And this, I don't want to really just, do too much on this project because it's not like I'm not excited to see it. I mean, I have my reservations. Things have changed because, again, we got a whole new slate of things coming out. I just didn't see this one coming along for the ride. And I brought it up earlier. We're talking about that animated Blue Beetle project. Third least anticipated. This is going to be one of the final bad nuts in the group. Blue Beetle, my boy, Jaime Reyes. This is a character that I fell in love with after being introduced to him and Batman the Brave and the Bold. Them adventures used to go on with Jaime like, oh, loved him to death. Then Justice follow up, just beautiful. When we talk about the Blue Beetle film that we saw earlier this year, that wasn't it, Jaime. It wasn't it. Only redeeming quality that I can say about that is, again, your suit looked great. The effects look great. I can't say as much for the villain of the film. I can't say as much for that guy. I can't say that the story was great for the film. I can't say that, I cared very much about the family dynamic that was presented to us in that film. I can't say any of those things. I'm struggling to figure out why you have your own solo series and why you were granted the chance to continue your story when we have a man named Henry Cavill that's just out the door. It confuses me. I would think you would be very hard pressed to find anyone that tells you, oh yeah, I can't wait to see Blue Beetle again, see where he's gonna pop up next. I want you to think real long and hard as I just said that. Comment down below the name of the person that told you that. If you're watching this, comment the name of that person if you can recall that conversation, because it never happened. I can't imagine. It's not gonna happen. Nobody was clamoring for a Blue Beetle follow-up. And if we wanted to see him alongside a team, maybe like the Teen Titans. But again, in your own solo series, again, brother, you had your chance. You had your chance. I don't think this is, warranted. I don't know what we're doing here. But we'll have to see. Now we start getting on to the interesting part of the video. The part that I like, where things start ticking up here. Where we start getting on to the good projects. Now, if you'll notice, just over my left shoulder, you'll see my boy, Peacemaker, who also happens to be the 16-time WWE World Heavyweight Champion. We just go lay that out there too, just to put that on the line, put some respect on him. Greatest of all time. But you see the poster. I am not gonna lie. When watching Peacemaker, I was pleasantly surprised, and I found myself hooked in the series. Coming back for more and more. I love the goofy antics between him and Vigilante. Love that whole relationship. I was interested in the play out between him and his father. As I've already mentioned, I don't give a damn about Adebayo. I was very much interested in the whole butterfly angle. You know, it was kind of like a hook, liner, sinker deal. There was nothing else going on in DC. I found myself in bad times in a hard rock. And who was there to pull me out? Peacemaker. And I don't know if I'm being a little biased because John Cena attached. And I just feel like, for me, watching John Cena projects, and believe me, I know the guy's acting chops are not the best, like, at all. I think, he brought his best to the table, and he really cares about Peacemaker and that role. And I seen that. I seen that. I seen that in his work. I appreciated the show, and I'm looking forward to season 2. I'm definitely looking forward to another thing is how they're gonna get this whole continuity thing lined up, because let James Gunn tell you, continuity don't mean nothing.
Aspects of the Suicide Squad and Peacemaker as well. Like, what is your thinking in terms of how that works?
Real simply, nothing for sure is canon unless you see it in Creature Commandos Forward for the DCU.
Okay.
Now, in Creature Commandos, you'll hear them talk about things that happened in Suicide Squad or Peacemaker. Well, then those things automatically become canon. The truth is, almost all of Peacemaker is canon, with the exception of Justice League appearance.
It's all fake, remember, right? No, for real, dipshit. I can call Superman right now. What are you talking about? Of course we know it's fake. But we wanted it presented to us, this fake little universe, in a neat little way. We don't want loose storylines here, all not tied up. No. We want to put nice and concise, in order. We don't want shit here, there, and everywhere. Unexplainable gaps in stories. I don't like that myself, so I know the vast majority doesn't like it. So you're going to have to do a lot of convincing and explaining in the second season to figure out how the hell Adebayo, Waller, any of them made it over to this universe. Blue Beetle, I'm so confused when everybody else is gone. So I want to see you work your little magic, see if you can turn this into a success, because I'm going to be putting a much more critical eye on for season 2. But again, as of now, that does go ahead and take spot number 4. Again, I'm excited about that project. Again, I want to see what's coming next and how he does some course correction. I want to see James Gunn in work when it comes to that. And taking spot number 3 on the list, again, this being a list being ranked from least excited to most excited, we are going to go ahead and put my boy, the superhero from the future, Booster Gold, the superhero that no one knows but the loser that everyone loves. My boy. Him and Skeets, oh man, they got a special spot in my heart, boy. I ain't gonna stunt and I can't front. I'm keeping that guy BG all the time, all day, every day, baby. Don't disrespect that guy. He's done more for us than you will never know. When we talk about, pleasant surprises that came out of nowhere for me, I mean, again, you just see me. I am a very, very big fan of that guy, Booster Gold. I love him and Ted Kore's relationship in the comics. Like, yeah, them two. I wish it would have been Booster Gold and Blue Beetle show, and we got rid of the little animated Blue Beetle bullshit and just did that. That would have been great. Give Blue Beetle a fresh start for the new universe. But no, we're sticking with the old garbage. Again, personally, I love this guy. I mean, just his story, everything about him. I'm just suckered in with this character. I love the guy. We're talking about the janitor that stole his superhero gear from a hero museum, traveled back to the past, and became one of the most known at the same time unknown heroes of all time. Boy, you're great. I love you. Love your story. Love what you're fighting for. Keep doing it. Remember, BG, it's not about the fame. It's about saving the day. Yeah, I'm definitely excited about this. Now, the casting rumors that we've got surrounding this show will definitely change my opinion on this. Again, he's sitting at 3 on this list because I'm still holding out hope that Glenn Powell is getting that call, because last time I heard, Camille Nagiani was getting a call for this.
Oh no. Oh no.
Now, let that be the case. This wouldn't even register on the list. This would be outside on the curb where it belongs, in the garbage. But I'm going to give James Gunn some time. Again, this is a project that doesn't even have a script yet, supposedly. They're pinning it. We're going to let them get done with that, and hopefully we'll figure out. Again, I'm praying that Camille Nagiani is not Booster Gold, because again, that really would make me look weird in this list, because I'm just basing this pick here is just based off of the fact that Camille will not get in that role. So fingers crossed, ladies and gentlemen, that he makes the right decision, because again, this DEI shit that's going on in Hollywood, I'm honestly fed up with it. I'm so tired of it. Just imagine them, bringing us a black Bruce Wayne. They're like, yeah, that's just basically like, it's like, I'm tired of it, bro. Like, y'all don't do that. Y'all do it to the characters that you think you can get away with. Like, those characters don't have fans. You think Booster Gold don't got people that's going to stick up for him, but you're sorely mistaken. I'm going to be that guy up here yelling and mad.
Straight down to where it intersects with my fuck around line. That there is going to tell me how much I have to fuck around to find out what I need to find out. See, as you can see, the more you fuck around, the more you're going to find out. And also, if you stay down here and you never fuck around, you'll never find out. So I hope this lesson is helpful.
Don't do that. It's trash. So, moving on. We are in the final 2, and I struggled with these 2, not going to lie. I got respect for both of these characters, but ultimately, we're the casting choice we know about. Spot number 2 landed its spot, and we are talking about that Lantern show. Yes, we are talking about the show. What did they say it was when this was first pitched? Oh, I think it was back in 2018. This was going to be Lethal Weapons in Space, but since James Gunn has taken over, things have taken a turn for the worse, I fear. We now got an old, busted Hal Jordan, and it seems that they're setting up John Stewart to be the main Green Lantern of the DCU. Now, for me, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not too much of a fan of that decision, being that Hal Jordan is my favorite. That is my favorite Lantern. Yes, there's nobody I feel in the Lantern Corps that's gonna outdo or upstand that man. When we're talking about who's coming after that, I would go towards more Jessica Cruz. She's going to be a strong contender for second. Jessica and Kyle, like those two, like, oh my God, like it get real sticky with that. Like, but this is not what that's about. Again, we got an older Hal Jordan. We got Kyle Chandler, who's going to be stepping into the role of him, who is 60. So you can imagine my excitement for this when we figure out we're pretty much getting Hal Jordan that's about to be rolled right on into retirement. I mean, he's just strolling on into them bronze years, getting ready for those slow walks on the beach with his girl.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
With Sapphire. I'm not a fan of that. I don't know what y'all got going on. We should have did something different. And then when we talk about the casting for John Stewart, oh, man. I don't want to say the brother can't act, but Aaron, brother. I mean, look at me and look at you, brother. If I looked in the mirror and looked at this beautifully melanated skin on the caramel side, do I think I would be proper to pay John Stewart? Now, I hate to be so petty, but again, when you're talking to me as a comic book fan and I'm looking at a project series, whatever it may be, appearance is key. The appearance is off with that guy. So again, this is why you landed spot 2. But again, since this is the Lanterns, and that's just like you're wielding one of the most powerful weapons in the DC universe, I'm already gonna be tapped in when you're talking about how Jordan's involved. I gotta just tap in. So yeah, this has me excited. I'm not gonna cap. I have some worries, but I am excited, pretty excited. I'm pretty excited to see that show. Want to see what comes to the table. But when we talk about what took number 1, you had to know, baby. You had to know. When we talk about one of the Holy Trinity, which I'm confused, she getting the TV treatment before she get the big screen treatment. Now, 84 was not good, to say the least. That movie was not good. Just so many bad decisions were made. But again, taking number 1 for today's list, we have Paradise Lost. This is going to be a show based around Themyscira, Diana's, island she was born on, where Zeus and Hippolyta, brought their little bundle of joy into the world. This is going to be based around the policies and structures and, the politics that go into running a place like Themyscira, basically showing us the lives into the women of the island and how things go on a day-to-day basis. Believe this is leading up to the birth of Diana. I could be wrong on that, but again, just going off of who's attached and the lore attached with it, I mean, we're talking about one of the big 3. Like the Holy Trinity, we talking about Diana Prince. Come on, I'm tapped in. Yeah, I'm tapped in with all her relatives. So if this is going to be a show about Themyscira and all her Amazonian sisters, well, call me a cousin because I'm there watching. And I love all of y'all. I'm not going to stunt. I'm trying to see that. We know it. Like Amazons are around forever. So that means we bound to get some nasty Artemis fight scenes. We bound to see that, baby. I'm ready. I'm here for it. We talking about the all-female gladiators. Let's get it. Let's go. I'm here for it, baby. I'm here for it. Let's see what circumstances brought to a god like Diana being created. Let's go ahead and see. I want to see how this happens. I'm very much interested and tapped into that project. It's just going to give us an idea of what route they're going to go with the character of Wonder Woman. And again, when you're talking about the Holy Trinity, you better have a good launching pad because, again, this is one of the big 3. You can't miss with this. This has to be a hit. But again, that has been my list, my thoughts on, the ranking and my excitement ranked. I ranked the projects. Again, there's a total of 7 projects. We ranked those from least excited to most excited. Again, with the winner being Paradise Lost. Who would have thought? In my opinion, again, all in my opinion, I feel this has to be hands down the one I'm going with. I mean, I love you, Lanterns. I truly do, but again, I'm going to be more tapped in with that Wonder Woman lore. But let me know your thoughts down there in the comments. Do you agree with my ranking of the projects in anticipation for them? If you don't, what is your thoughts? How would you rank it? What are you most excited to see? What are you least excited to see? What are you in the middle about? Let me know. But if you are returning to the channel, I do have to say thank you. We greatly appreciate all the continued support you coming around and helping us continue to grow the channel. If you are new and like the content, maybe consider, leaving a like, dropping a comment, or even subscribing. Old or new, hope everyone shares their thoughts down below. But again, it has been your boy Chuck. So we out.